Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today is the day I reveal what I've been really wanting to do for months now. An opening canopy on the Freewing F-22. Ever since I've seen RC Jet Dude's a couple of his videos, he did it, and it was, ever since then I was like, I have to do it. So I started doing some research and found online the forum on Hobby Squawk for the Freewing F-22 3D component list forum, whatever you want to call it. So I made an account and I was able to view all the files and everything. And I had my friend James, RC Air Shenanigans. He is the one that got a guy to print the parts for me. So I deeply appreciate that, James, and whoever the guy printed it was. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Means a lot. So I'm going to post some, not post, but include some pictures and videos right after this to show how I did it, kind of step by step, blah, 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 whatever. And then I will show it operating and just talk about it a little bit more. So stay tuned. This thing is amazing. RC Jet Dude's idea here, or whoever he got it from. I got it from RC Jet Dude. So absolutely awesome. Okay, so this is how I have it glued, this position right here. Just gonna go in just like this. Oops. All right, here it is set into place. So much play it's gonna have, more than enough. So time to hook up the servo and everything. But yeah, that's how it is. It's in there just like that. It's not perfect, guys. As you can see, I cut a little bit too much there. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna get this foam filler stuff and correct a lot of that. But otherwise, sits in there great. No side play. That's all it has for side play. Oops. So yeah. Alright, so it's already got the formation lights, everything in there. I got a moving pilot's head set up. That'll go in with the ailerons, wire harness. And then been working on this. Oh yeah. Gonna have an opening canopy from a switch. A servo. It's gonna drive it. Right there. Servo will go there. It'll reach through, connect here, push it up, down, whatever. Gonna have to get some foam filler because I cut too much. So it's got a big gap there. But it all is flush all the way around now. So yeah, I'm gonna do some painting. I'm getting the 3D cockpit parts. Guy's gonna print those for me. And then this is 3D printed by, all this right here. It's 3D printed by a guy out in Utah. RC Air Shenanigans on TikTok and Instagram and all of that. He printed those for me. For the canopy here. That'll sit on there like that. And it's gonna be awesome. So currently is what I got. It stops right there. It's a good height. There's a servo I'm rigging together here. Goes through on the bottom. The arm goes through, reaches up. This is all 3D printed by James out in Utah, RC Air Shenanigans. And yeah, so I'm gonna paint everything. Got 3D parts that I'm gonna have another guy print for me. The cockpit, and then I'm gonna add a small magnet here in the front. And yeah, get it all painted. I kind of chipped out a little bit too much foam on this side right here, so I need to fill that. And yeah, it's coming together pretty well. Got my moving pilot. Can't wait. Okay, so I got it hooked up to the servo here. Just gonna find a way to hold this down and then get magnets in the front, I'm assuming. But yeah, it works. Let's see if I can show you. All right. Flipping the switch now. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be awesome. So it's a little bit offset here, cut too much foam out on this right side here. It's left facing the direction, but this way, it's the right side. So what I need to do is buy the foam filler, fill all this side pretty much back in along the edge and back here. And then sand it down to where I want it, and then center point should be right there, and it should even out. All right, so not 100% complete yet. It's definitely not fitted 100% properly and all, but it's on there. It's on a switch. Here we go. Oh yeah, still needs painted. This got to be glued down to kind of hold it up some there. If I flip the switch again. Oh yeah, it's awesome. Painted the frame and the interior a little bit. Just got some more to do. And some more 3D parts to have from a guy sent to me. I need to magnetize the front here and get that fitted properly and fill the gaps. Glue this, obviously, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. All right, batteries there holding down the back because it's not properly fitted at 100%, as you can see. Push that down there. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, that's right. Opening canopy. It's gonna be sick. Not even close to 100% done yet. Still got a lot of work to do on the inside here. It's going, man. It's getting there. Holy cow. Wow. It's just so satisfying. Ooh. All right, folks. I hope that gave you a simple understanding of somewhat how it worked. So basically, I had these plates printed right here, and they're printed, and you cut out all the foam. You're gonna place these along the sides. I just like completely submerged this thing in hot glue. Don't mind it. Didn't use screws or anything. RC Jet Dude did for some of his stuff, like the servo plate. But anyways, so those go up there like that. It's kind of hard to see. But so the little pieces that you saw of like wood and other stuff right here, that was just to temporarily hold it down so I could test it and adjust it as needed. But basically, I ended up using servo line basically right here. So this I cut and just kind of spaced it down on top of it in a couple of places where it needed to be held down, because there's that little pivot like ring that you saw, and that is the bottom of that right here, and that's what shifts it up and down, and it needed to be held down some, and I as well had to cut the top of that off to make it fit. And even then, this thing wouldn't go down all the way, so I used some of this foam filler stuff, which I'll explain in a minute. It's not really foam filler, but basically that is what is holding that down now. So it was not even 100% as you saw, and it's still not, as you can see along this edge, it's not perfect, not 100%, just a lot of adjusting and everything else that you need. So I got mainly this gap filled in right here. Basically what I used is this stuff, Passion Paint. It's lightweight spackling. It says no sanding, it's fast drying, it won't sink or shrink. So I got this video from an idea. I got this idea from a video that RC Geek put out for his E-Flight Blue Angels, which I also use this for on a couple of things. I don't know if you can tell or not right now, but that's another video to come here soon, which I'm excited to show you guys. I got an afterburner in that too, KMRC V3 burner. Anyways, back to the point. So I used this stuff and just went around and filled as I needed and came back in like 20-30 minutes. And it was hardened by then. And then I was able to adjust it to however I needed. So it's not perfect, obviously. It's pretty rough, but I still was able to push it and press it down to what I needed of the outline of the frame, as well as up on this side and fill in gaps back here. So that worked very, very well. And as you can see, it's almost perfect. I tried to use a little bit more here to fill it because I didn't want to paint it after that. It was just taking forever. I was like, it's just a little bit. No worries. So now it is in line and works good. I have a magnet in there, a very small one right here. They don't even completely touch. I'm a little bit worried about it in flight, and I may add another one or possibly something else. Not sure yet, 100%. Any ideas, comment below. So then basically what you're gonna do from there is you're gonna cut a hole straight through for the servo arm, because this plate right here, your servo is gonna sit on, and I just hot glued everything together, like right here, this big gap, like probably 1/2 inch. I just glued it, which is fine, it works. It's not pretty, but I don't care because nobody's gonna see this part, obviously. So then for the servo arm here, I just took a couple of like these ball links here, as you see. That's what attaches on the servo arm, or whatever you want to call it, for the F-22. I had a couple left over, so I used those. And then up here, I just found some screws, or one screw, 2 washers, and then a nut right there to tighten it on. And that's how that was. And then this little white tubing right here in the middle, it's just this stuff right here. I don't even know exactly what it is. I had it laying around. I didn't want it to be just bare wire sticking out. I had to decorate it up a little bit. So it looks good. And then this is kind of painted, the ball link there, attachment. It's not very well painted, as you can see, but wasn't really a big deal to me. So then I obviously just glued that straight down, made a hole, and made it to where it could be adjusted. So like from here, obviously it's down, and when I put it up, their servo extends out farther, so you gotta cut far enough for that. Again, just chipped out foam. And even right here, this little piece right here is extra from cutting around there. And I just filled it because I had cut too far and it was popping through. So that's really it. And then this right here is that, like I said, that curved piece. It shifts it up and down. So really, I was actually afraid of doing this modification because it was going to be difficult, I thought. And I was like, well, I'll just try it and see. And there was definitely flaws along the way, but it was well worth it. And even when I did have the flaws, I was able to overcome them, fix them, adjust as needed. So it's really just trial, error, adjustments, and anything to fix what you don't like on it or something. So I was trying to get the Sherwin-Williams lightweight spackling, but couldn't find any. I was wanting it right then at Home Depot. That's all I found. So it worked. It was good. It was easily paintable. And for painting, I just used gray, regular gray paint, regular white paint, and mixed it around and actually painted this a couple times to get the color that I liked and wanted. And finally this, I was like, okay, this is good enough with me. I'm keeping it. So I kept this color and it matches great. I also painted the inside of the canopy frame here a little bit darker because that was what I had at the time from mixing. It was just dark. So, oh gosh, I don't know what else more to add. You obviously had to drill a hole through the little piece right here. This is from Flyboy Adventures and RC Plane. That one in there that I installed is from RC or Shenanigans. And I could always change it out if I needed to one day. This one's actually a lot stronger. Not sure why. It might be the material. But anyways, I had to drill a hole. Or not really drill a hole. I took the X-Acto knife, twisted it through, and I think something else. I just kind of twisted it through. I did not use an actual drill to put the hole in there. So that was pretty easy. And I obviously, as you can see, it's kind of rough. I needed sanded. I sanded the frame on that as well. Just regular hand paper, hand sandpaper. Not sure the grit, but I just sanded away until it was flat, how I wanted it. And this, obviously, that's how it's supposed to work. Servo pushes up on it, which pushes the little curve piece down, and it does hold it. It does hold it well. And then for up, it's pushed right back down there. So that part was hard to adjust. Dry fit everything first, and then, wow, I don't know. I think that pretty much covered it. Now that I see, it was actually a really simple mod. Again, like I said at first, I was like, oh, this seems pretty difficult. Because RC Jet Dude didn't have the best like instructions in some of his videos and in the forums. And I was just like not understanding it in some ways until I finally got it and started doing it, messing with it. I was like, oh, that's what he meant. I understand it now, and I went ahead and did it. So yeah, I took that not Sherwin-Williams, just a lightweight spackling, and I went around all the edges here, filled in all the gaps, let it dry, adjusted it after it dried a little bit, and then just painted it with the same color that I had here. So it blended in real well. So that's really pretty much it. And, you know, I had to write KBRC on the bottom of it here. And then I also poked a hole to get to the servo because I had to adjust it. So it's really just a lot of adjusting, trial, error. Not really that much trial and error. It makes it seem hard, but it really wasn't. I was just, it was time consuming for me because of school and everything. It took a longer period of time than it would most people. Somebody could get the whole thing done in a couple of days, mainly because of glue drying and all that. Gosh, I don't know what else to say, guys. That's pretty much it. So basic function. Let's plug it in for you guys real quick. So I'm gonna need a battery, obviously. I'm gonna plug the battery in. I'm just gonna hook up the servo for this. So it's really short, but then this in here I have plugged into. Okay, I forgot to mention how I have this set up. So channel 8 is the extra plug I have here, and it's on switch, what is it? Switch C. Yeah, switch C. So switch C is for my canopy. Just now realized it's makes sense. C, canopy. Oh wait, no, it's not. Sorry, it's switch B. No wonder I was like, oh, I didn't notice that. Haven't noticed that before. So the wires get in the way of magnets and prevent it from shutting perfectly first time. Over here too. Alright, so I have it obviously right here, like I said, switch B, 3-position switch towards me.
Canopy open.
Up. I have voice commands in there. And canopy
Canopy closed.
Closed. So it looks like it sticks well, and I'm afraid to fly it because I feel like it's gonna fly open, but we'll just see. I think I'm gonna leave it like that, and if it flies open mid-flight, I will know and change it. So then, again, back up. Servo pushes it real nice, and then when I shut it, I also made this button say
canopy attached.
Canopy attached. So that's pretty cool. Just a little extra touch I added there. And I'll give you a little close up.
Canopy open.
Yeah, look at that. All right, so I'm gonna set the phone down real quick here. Take the canopy off. Show you guys the servo working underneath. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna show it. Sorry for the tangled mess.
Canopy open.
So it pushes it real nicely.
Canopy closed.
Turn the speed down so it wasn't shutting like that. That would have been pretty annoying. So anyways, it's extremely awesome. I do have the cockpit light, and the pilot head turns and moves with the ailerons. That is the next video to come. But any questions, comments, please feel free to ask me. This was an extremely awesome mod, and I would do this for all of my jets if I could, but you got to have 3D printed parts or design them yourself, and that's an issue for me because I do not know how to do that, nor do I have a 3D printer. So I'm extremely grateful for the guys I know that printed me the parts to this. So thank you again to Captain Nicky G. He helped me a lot with printing stuff. Go follow him at Flyboy Adventures and RC Planes. And James from RC Air Shenanigans on all platforms, I believe he has. He had the other guy print. It's a guy that knows print the plates and everything and the canopy frame that I'm using on the canopy right now, currently. So big shout out to him and thanks to him. So anyways, feel free to ask me questions. I will answer as fast as I can. I got a busy weekend coming up. It's Easter, so happy Easter, everybody. I got an airplane up where I'm going to be flying. I got to bring a glue gun because I kind of wrecked it when I was there. Long story. Might post that on my Instagram, which is KBRC YouTube, so go follow that. Oh gosh, that's pretty much it, guys. Don't be afraid to cut the foam. There's always a solution to fixing it. This lightweight spackling stuff, genius idea, absolutely genius. You can use it to fill holes in wings after crashing into a tree or something, and all kinds of stuff. And it is lightweight, and it's white. You can easily paint it and all that. So here's what it looks like. This is my new one. So it's pretty, I don't know, I want to say gooey-ish stuff or whatever. I just use my finger to spread it all, really. I used an old broken propeller and as well as a popsicle stick. Nothing worked as good as my finger, though. So I put it in gaps, shut it, let it dry some, wiped it, and then put it down again, molded it, and just, you gotta, like, do it yourself to understand. But if you were just watching to watch and learn how I did it, thank you very, very much. This was an extremely awesome mod. And I hope you guys try it too. So, the files, like I said, for the plates and the canopy frame and all that, you can find it on Hobby Squawk. It's on a forum for Freewing F-22 3D parts or something like that. You're going to make an account, search so you can see all the attachments, the images, the files. And just print them, download them, print them if you have a 3D printer, or get yourself some good friends that actually have a 3D printer and ask them to kindly print them for you and pay them for it. That's what I did, and except for James didn't make me pay for it. I was going to, but okay. Thank you very much. So, oh man, too cool, guys, too cool. I hope you consider doing this mod. Please like, subscribe, comment. It's KBRC. I cannot wait to fly this thing. And I do have a few more mods coming to it, so stay tuned. This is just awesome. Straight up awesome.